Difficulties in regulating painful emotions are central to the behavioral difficulties of many people. From their perspective, painful feelings are most often the problem to be solved. Dysfunctional behaviors are then often used as behavioral solutions to intolerably painful emotions. People with high emotional sensitivity or frequent emotional distress can benefit from learning skills to regulate their emotions. So can everyone else. Like interpersonal effectiveness skills, emotion regulation requires application of mindfulness skills, using non-judgmental observation and description of your current emotional responses. The theory is that much emotional distress is a result of secondary responses like shame, anxiety, or rage to primary emotions. Often, the primary emotions are adaptive and appropriate to the context. The reduction of secondary emotional distress requires exposure to the primary emotion in a non-judgmental way. This can be considered an exposure-based technique. The specific DBT emotion regulation skills in this module are grouped into the following 4 segments: understanding and naming emotions, changing unwanted emotions, reducing vulnerability to emotion mind, and managing extreme emotions. When we understand and name emotions, we understand their function, identify obstacles to changing emotions, and identify and label emotions. When we change unwanted emotions, we check the facts, problem solve, and take opposite action. When we reduce vulnerability to emotional mind, we accumulate positive emotions, build mastery and learning, and learn to cope ahead and take care of the body through the please skill, which we will be learning. When we manage extreme emotions, we practice mindfulness of current emotions, identify the skills breakdown point. The goal of this module is to reduce emotional suffering. It's not to get rid of emotions. Some people will always be more emotional than others. Emotion regulation is the ability to control or influence which emotions you have, when you have them, and how you experience and express them. Regulating emotions can be automatic as well as a consciously controlled action. We will focus on conscious awareness and control of emotions. You will have so much practice regulating emotions that you will overlearn these skills. Ultimately, the regulation will become automatic. When emotions are out of control, we call them dysregulated. This is when you are unable, despite your best efforts, to change which emotion you have, when you have it, or how you experience or express it. Before you can regulate your emotions, you need to understand ways to understand your emotions. One way is to identify your emotions. The simple act of naming your emotions can help you regulate them. Understanding what your emotions do for you is also helpful. You can also learn from where they come from and why they are there. Once you understand your emotions, you can learn how to cut down on the frequency of the ones you don't want. You can do this by stopping unwanted emotions from starting. You cannot stop all difficult emotions, but you can make changes in your environment and your life to reduce how often negative emotions occur. You can also decrease the frequency of unwanted emotions by changing painful emotions once they start. There are myths about emotions, that changing emotions is inauthentic, or that all emotions should be suppressed. Emotions themselves are neither good nor bad. They are simply there. It is unhelpful to judge your emotions.